Hey Robert, this is Jessica from Peterson SEO. And earlier I got to speak with Destiny, and she thought you would definitely want to check out this video. So today we're going to go over a few tips that you can apply right away, and it's really going to help with your online presence and getting more organic leads. Now, it is important to note that nearly 70% of your organics are going to come from this website. So it is really important that your website be properly optimized so you can capture that traffic. And as a quick side note, if you hear any background noise, my AC could be kicking on because it is really hot here today. So I do apologize for that in advance. Okay, so we are on your website. Love the colors. You have a decent looking website. Okay. But I'm not seeing any actual content on your homepage. Google does not rank a website based on appearance, it is based on content. And content is key. So you're actually going to need a lot of content. Google wants you to have a minimum of 1,000 to 1,500 words of content on your homepage, or more, depending on your competitors. If your competitors have more content, you're going to need more. Whatever your competitors have, you're always going to need more than they have. Now, your content needs to be built around your local buyer intent keywords. Those are going to be the keywords people are actively searching for your services in your service area. Your homepage should be like a mini summary of each of those services. And so it needs its own content and keywords focused around those local buyer intent keywords. Um, you also need to make sure that you have a separate page for each of your services: fire, water, and your abatement services, all of those, lead abatement, asbestos, water, fire. So those should be at least 4 separate pages, all with their own content and keywords, so that you can be found for those services. In addition, you're going to want separate service area pages if you're servicing other communities. That way you can be found organically. So any community that you service that has any type of search volume should have their own page with their own content and their own keywords. If we look at your top competitor, we have Dalworth Restoration. They have a nice looking site. They have separate pages for each of their services. You can see here they're going after the local buyer intent keywords, and they have that geographical location attached to it. That's really important. It's what separates it from a national keyword to a local. Um, you can see they have a lot more content. They have interlinking pages, which is also important for your SEO. And they have separate service area pages, all with their own content and keywords. So they're actually able to rank in a lot of these locations. So in order to beat these guys or any of your competitors, you're definitely going to have to work on your content and keyword strategy, making sure that you have more content, build out those additional pages, and work on those keywords. But the website alone isn't going to be enough. You do have to support it by SEO. So, website by itself will not be found online. So if we look here, sorry about that, I had the wrong page. So now if we look here, we can see how you're currently rating with Google, and you have a zero point 0.5 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which means Google does not trust your website, and that's 100% because you're referring domains and backlinks. Google is only going to give you credit for 1 backlink per referring domain, so everything else Google considers spam. Not all links are created equal, so you want to make sure you're only getting authoritative links which are directly related to your industry, and that they are do follow links because then they actually share their power and help you to rank. So if we look here, you only have 13 do follow links, which means only 13 out of your 330 backlinks are actually doing anything remotely to help your website. You have been indexed for 8 keywords, and you are getting about 28 people on average to your website per month. But if we look at your keywords here, um, you have your brand. Your brand is pretty much the only keywords you have, and unfortunately, these are not buyer intent keywords. So although it's great to rank for your brand, you do need to refocus on those buyer intent keywords because that's where most of the people are going to be coming from, and those are the people you want to convert into paying customers. If we look at your competitor, you can see they have an awesome score of 39 with over 4,000 backlinks and 800 referring domains. Out of those, only 589 are do follow. So you would need to beat that 589 both in quantity as well as quality. You always want better. And they've been indexed for over 2,900 keywords, and they're getting nearly 3,000 people on average to the website per month. So again, it just goes to show you how much you're missing out on by not being properly optimized. Now, the last part of this is this Google My Business section. Your goal should be to be in the top 3 of this section because nearly 30% of people search directly in the maps and don't go anywhere else. And so if you're not listed here, you send all of those potential customers to your competition. Now, in order to be in the top 3, there are several factors, but the most important is going to be citations, and that's going to be listing in a bunch of directories with your name, address, phone number, and website. So you're going to need to be listed in a bunch of places like Yelp, Dex, Facebook, Instagram, etc. And you're going to need a lot more of those than your top competitor. And when you follow all of these tips I provided you today, your website can be number 1 across Google for all of your services and in each of your service areas using those local buyer intent keywords supported by your SEO. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it helpful, and I would really love it if you could give me some feedback on what you thought of this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and give us a call at the number on the screen and we can chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.